changing your life one story at a time. This is the Chicken Soup for the Soul podcast with Editor-in-Chief Amy Newmark.
Hey, it's Amy Newmark with your daily dose of Chicken Soup for the Soul inspiration to make you simply happy. You know, I've started sharing a bunch of my favorite holiday stories with you. And today I want to talk about a great gift idea, and that is the gift of your time. I really loved this story in our new book about the joy of Christmas. It's by Margaret Marty, and it's called Labor of Love. So Margaret and her husband were farmers, and they raised their children on their farm. And Margaret's brother-in-law and his family lived and worked on the farm too, because it was a family business. Now, animals don't take holidays, so every single day of the year is a work day when you have cows. You are never going to be able to sleep in, not when those cows need to be milked first thing in the morning. But one Christmas, Margaret's 14-year-old twins came up with a wonderful gift idea. They decided to surprise their dad and uncle with the gift of sleeping in on Christmas Day. So the twins, whose names were Bruce and Blaine, recruited their little brother Steve and their cousin John to become members of the conspiracy too. They all knew how to care for the cows, how to feed the calves, wash the udders, get the hay into the stalls, clean the barn, so they would be able to handle the morning chores without their fathers on Christmas Day. The moms were in on the plan, so they went along with it when the boys claimed to be sleepy on Christmas Eve and went off to bed early. The dads were a little confused by that, but the moms just acted like it was normal for the kids to go to sleep early. The moms had one other job: to turn off the alarm clocks that their husbands set before going to bed. So on Christmas Day, all the boys woke up early and snuck out of the house wearing their heavy outerwear on a cold Minnesota morning, and the dads kept sleeping. The boys went into the barn where 40 cows were waiting for them, and they milked the cows, fed them, fed the calves, tossed more hay down, did all the other morning chores. One of those chores was to wash the cows' udders and then apply lotion to them. This was not something that all the boys had tried before, so there was some fear on their parts, but they did that too. Back in the farmhouse, Margaret snuck out of bed so that her husband could continue sleeping late, and she went downstairs and started making breakfast for the boys. And then one of the twins, Bruce, came in and whispered to his mom, "No time to talk now, Mom, I'll explain later." And he put on his dad's jacket and cap and then ran out again. Margaret later learned that one of the cows, whose name was Bossy, how classic is that, really didn't want anyone touching her other than Margaret's husband. So Bruce had put on his father's jacket and cap to reassure the cow. And once he did that, he was able to attach her to the milking machine. By 8 o'clock, the boys were done, and now they came back into the house triumphant and making a lot of noise, and they finally woke up their dads. And Margaret's husband emerged from the bedroom completely confused and alarmed about why he had slept through the alarm, and he was quite concerned for the cows. And the boys all yelled, "Merry Christmas, Dad, surprise!" And this Christmas tradition continued for many years after that, throughout the boys' high school and college years. And now Margaret's boys are grown up with kids of their own, but they still have fond memories of the gift of time they gave their dad. Margaret says it was her husband's favorite Christmas gift ever, and it meant more to him than anything money could buy. I bring this up because as we go through our lists and we figure out our gifts, and we help our children come up with their own gift ideas, it's worth remembering that sometimes the best gifts are the ones where you give someone the one thing that no one can buy more of: time. Tomorrow is Wow Wednesday, and I'm going to switch topics, and I'm going to tell you a couple of stories that will show you how to redefine almost anything and make it better. I'm Amy Newmark. Thanks for joining me today for the Chicken Soup for the Soul podcast. Please share it with your friends and family, and let me know what you think. My email is amy@chickensoupforthesoul.com. And if you'd like to read more about our holiday books and all the great tips they contain, please go to our website, chickensoup.com.